alter your life goals. In fact, it is unlikely that you will remember anything beyond the word congratulations said 1,000 times over. But I am certain that in the months and years you have spent as a member of the Lesley community, you have experienced this kind of personal growth on many occasions. You have mastered new techniques, received countless words of wisdom, and have begun to answer some of the tough questions about your life's work. To arrive at this day, you have overcome financial burdens, navigated the collegiate social system, forfeited countless nights of sleep, and eaten much more ramen than the package suggests. So, congratulations. You can rest easy knowing you've done your time, paid your dues, and completed that ominous task of your undergraduate education. Much to the despair of Stuart Steck, we've played by the rules, to the point at which we now sit with a square of cardboard on our head. But you have succeeded within this system, and you are being rewarded for your efforts. However, as I am sure all my fellow artists can attest, creativity comes in cycles, with times of plenty and times of not. Though occasionally overwhelming, the requirements of academia have a way of pushing us through even the most stubborn of writer's block. But today, the rules change. There are no more A's for effort. It's time to come to the realization that effort begins with an E, as does enthusiasm, endurance, and elbow grease. You have been handed a blank canvas, an empty Word document, a brand new moleskin. Where do you find the time? What is your motivation? This is where the creativity must truly take in. Without the daily support of your fellow creators, the gripping fear of becoming the alleged starving artist could set in. I have no good advice to offer you since I speak from your same outlook. So instead, I bring you the wisdom from arguably the greatest creative force of our generation, Steve Jobs. He says, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know it when you find it. And like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years roll on. So keep looking until you find it. Don't settle." This was an excerpt from his commencement address to the Stanford University class of 2005, 1 year before the release of the first iPhone. He says, "Don't settle, because the truth is, we will never regret following our passions. We won't regret taking a couple of years to try and turn our wild ideas into profitable business ventures, or pausing on our course for success to put someone else's needs before our own. Because no matter how much preparation and training we've received, it will only be the risk takers who rise to greatness. So apply to that grant or residency, move to that faraway place, go to graduate school, and graduate. And whatever you do, don't sit back and wait for something to happen. Go out and walk through the doors of your dream job and get involved. Don't let yourself become stagnant in your job, in your art, or your personal life. Use the tools you have gathered here at Lesley University to succeed. The most important resource is, of course, those sitting around you today, our friends, our faculty, our colleagues. Just like those lanyards said at orientation, get connected. Now your goal is to stay connected. And I say this now, even as a reminder to myself, that as we leave this place, we must make a conscious effort to maintain these fruitful friendships of creative support. So on behalf of my fellow students, I would like to thank the wholly devoted faculty and staff, whose work and efforts make this school the successful institution that it is. Thank you to all of our professors, who have required more from us than we thought was even possible. The dedication you poured into our education will not soon be forgotten. Thank you to our coaches, who taught us skills far beyond the reaches of the classroom. Thank you to the staff, who facilitated all of our comings and goings and acted with patience towards all of our outlandish requests. But most importantly, I would like to thank our families, who supported us through all the ups and downs. Thank you for doing our laundry, even when it was covered with paint and chemicals. Thank you for cooking us meals on our visits home to remind us that good food still exists. And thank you for putting up with all of our crazy projects, even when they manifest themselves as a human-sized bird's nest. In one way or another, we are here today because of you. Thank you just doesn't seem like enough. So, we hereby promise to do everything in our power to not feed the stereotype of becoming a starving artist and end up in your basement. But if all else fails, we can always sew a quilt from all the free campus t-shirts we've acquired in our time here. So here's to the class of 2013, fresh out of school and ready to take on that first canvas, write those first few words, and fill that first moleskin. Here's to pursuing a lifelong education of inquiry. Here's to not settling, not denying our passions. Let's commit ourselves to taking risks and making things happen. Congratulations, class of 2013. Go get 'em!